I worked in nightclubs and I was a bodybuilder, and I saw all the bodybuilders getting their girls taken by the Wall Street businessmen who were skinny. They didn't have muscle, but they had money. The girls went in the VIP section. They took them around the world, Bahamas, everything. Never saw these stunning women again. And I was like, oh my God, that's overpowered because they have lordship over the girl. They stay at the girl's house, not a dorm. She's never going to be your girl if you have a dorm. You need to be her lord, meaning she only has a home because of her man. You're fucked if you have roommates. They never see you as a real man, and even if you have her for a few years, it's just a ticking time bomb. You must be in love with your career. You must be career first. Jennifer, not now. I got to stream with Sneeko, talk about whores. That's what you got to do. Women fall in love with their man. The man has to fall in love with his spear, which is career, to the bison, right? The second he lets go of that spear, I'm scared, I don't want to be with him, I'll suck a big... Dude, status, network, looks, and then go nuts on manipulation. Learn to stop spending money on chicks that are not going to stick around. There's nothing dirtier, there's no dirtier feeling than that, bro. If you're like losing money, okay? Now, when I see a girl, all I see is dollars, her face looks like dollar signs, and network. Like, she's going to bring me people. She's going to, like, one time she introduced me to, like, some modeling agency who was doing TV and movies and that kind of stuff. That's the direction I want to go. That's how I got Dwayne Johnson body double. Not stunt double, body double. Like, I needed to go that way. Does that make sense? When a guy approaches me and says, hey, I want to pick up a random girl off the street, a lot of times they're telling me they don't have enough status. Because when you have status, you get invited to certain events where girls kind of gravitate around you. And obviously, like, I don't think everyone's going to be famous and shit, stuff like that. But there should be some social circles you're in where the girls are not complete strangers and you have mutual friends, Then you get the mutual benefits. And bro, honestly, I don't have sympathy. If you don't have abundance of girls texting you, you're a faggot. You've set up your life wrong, right? Like, no girl can give me stress. Like, John, I'm just going to leave you. And I go, don't leave me, because then I'll start smashing every bitch in my phone. And they go, what? I go, yeah, like, keep me normal. And they go, why? And I go, I get lonely. And they go, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, I'm very lonely. And they go, okay, maybe we can work on our problems, John. I go, thank you. Don't want to be back to whores. I like having one girl to, be around. But now think of it like this. If I didn't have bitches, she would literally just leave. She'd be like, oh, I'm not going to stick around with this guy. But
Sigmund Freud said the deepest thing, the number one thought of the woman in front of a man, any man, is that he's going to strangle her to death and kill her. That's her deepest thought. Your deepest thought ain't that. She's weak. That's why if you pull up with a Ferrari and say, hey, get in, Melania, she goes, I don't know you. They hesitate even if you're high value with the Trinity status network and looks that you learn at thezherkaofficial.com. Why are they hesitating? Because you could be a murderer in a Ferrari that just snaps. I'm 42. You could be someone crazy, right? You need to show abundance, meaning other women want you. That's where social media comes in handy, because why they like players is they go, Zherka's got a lot of girls. He wants to get his dick sucked. I'm pretty sure he's not going to murder me if I don't give him pussy. He'll just call another girl and kick me out. That's why they like players. Okay?
Guys, you got to remember, man, business is what you're busy with. So if a girl gives you a 5-minute argument that pisses you off for 2 hours, you lost $2 million. So that 2 hours doesn't go away. It follows you for 2 weeks. You think about what she said in different ways. That's a lot of money-making energy you missed out on. Like, and if someone showed you the stats, you would be traumatized at how much money you lost, right? Or imagine you're in a business meeting and you don't impress the people who are going to move you up, because you don't even remember, but you're just negative. And they pick up on the negativity and they go, it's not an optimist. I don't want to work with this Zherka guy. You know how much money you're going to lose if you don't learn manipulation, dude? You really want to be a Chad? A Chad is a Chad means you're always going to have hoes, but they're not going to be quality. 80% of the marketing on earth is catered towards women. because they get brainwashed. Like, we can watch Gillette commercials and we don't go buy a Gillette right away. But these bitches, oh, God forbid a Jehovah's Witness knocks on your girl's door because she's going to actually turn into Lucifer. Like, women can be sold on anything, especially if a guy triggers off trauma. Like, if a guy connects a woman's trauma to something he's selling, he can swipe your credit card because she's holding your credit card. He can swipe that thing. That's why women buy such useless shit, right? And it's because they're like beavers. They build nests, right? Men see money as their power level. If you have 1 million, you're a Super Saiyan. If you have 2 million, Super Saiyan 2, and it's your status. So you're confident. Girls like you. They're like, he's a Super Saiyan. But women see money as IKEA furniture and vacations. That's why OnlyFans girls are so poor. They spend it on stupid shit. And people are like, how can you spend that much? They do. If you give a woman 1 million, she'll spend half of it in the first 6 months, easily. Easily. And that money will never make her new money. She'll never invest. Women have never invested since the dawn of time. You need to think through her lens if you're checking the boxes of the archetype she wants. The one she wants to submit to something her animus approves of. Her animus will be every single experience with the males on earth. Father, brother, boyfriend. She has this angelic being over her that tells her, this broke. He's not rich like me. And she goes, yes, divine father. Yes, yes. And men have this too. They have, like, how many of you, like, men, I heard that men, when they work out, they think of like a hot chick and they work out harder or some shit like that. Well, who the fuck are they thinking of? It's not an abstract form. It's like a perfect, well, I mean, it is, but it's a perfect form of everything feminine, right? So now check this out. If you're checking the boxes of that little angelic thought that keeps shitting on you in her head, when you're talking, she's shitting on you. If you're checking the boxes of her divine father, let's say, it's not actually divine, but, you know, like, she's ruled by this, that's all you have to do. That's all you got to do is check some of these boxes. You need to understand this, even if you don't believe in Jungian psychology or whatever, you need to understand she is shitting on you in her head during the date because you're not adhering to the concept of a perfect male. Not that you need to be perfect, but you need to check boxes. If you watch any of my clips, when girls are attacking me, yelling at me, I don't debate them. Mm-hmm. I smile like they're children because it's literally Arthur Schopenhauer and every intellectual throughout history said, women never level up from a child's mindset. If you start arguing with a woman, you know what you're actually psychically telling her? We're equals. So if you start arguing with your girlfriend, you're saying, argue with me forever because you're my equal. You're making me better. But real men don't argue with their girlfriends. It's your way or the highway. Girls, not just dark triad. Girls are so into ambition that you could be a homeless dude let's say you have a shitty apartment and you play PlayStation all day and you're some cokehead. They are attracted to that still because he's always got to go places. He's got to do things. He's so ambitious. Even though he's just fighting ghosts in his head, they'll stay with that guy. They're into go energy. They don't like this frozen energy that skinny and fat people have. That's why I say, bro, even if your vision is a delusion, you'll benefit with women, right? Like if you look a woman in the eye and say, Margaret, I will have $100 million, or I'm never marrying you or anyone, and I'm gonna live alone in the wilderness until I die from hypothermia, Margaret. Do you want that to happen? Believe. But you don't need to believe because I've already done it. I already am. Therefore I am, and I always will be. And she goes, holy fucking so. The only time you are attractive to a woman is when you remind her of her father. That's them fucking butter. I'll never say anything else to help you. Once you understand that, it's over, bro. You know why women really get attracted to men with ambition?
What's that?
Because they know in their DNA they envy that because they'll never be ambitious. It's penis
Yeah.
envy. Sigmund Freud talked about women having penis envy, that they're always envious of their man.
Have you ever seen YouTubers where it's like, why don't the girls respect these guys? They have millions of followers. Why do they like melt for Sneeko? It's because he does the slurs. He's the outlaw in society. Women don't want to be protected by non-bullies. It's very weird. Like if nerds or nice guys are like, hey, we're going to protect you, the girl feels unsafe. But if the guy who said, hey, Betty, you're ugly Betty, if he says, Betty, you're on my team, she goes, oh, this guy's willing to attack women, men, he's fair, he's courageous, he's not afraid of being canceled. This is the guy I want on the team.
I'll tell you this, guys. I withhold information from you guys because I think it's dangerous to be a manipulator. But I don't want you guys to go the rest of your lives not realizing why that ugly drug dealer in your hometown gets all the girls. It's not because some of them don't even do drugs, right? It's because he's roller coastering it. That's how DJ Khaled gets chicks. He roller coasters them, right? Whoa, we're having fun, and now we're 2 years of boredom. But the fun is to peak bond, right? You just, and remember, ladies, if there's ladies in chat, if a guy piques you and excites you, that he's devilish. If you meet a dude who's piquing you this hard, he's so out to get you. What about a girl with daddy issues? Well, that's all of them because dads grew up with the television. So they're not dads, you know? And it's really sad. You see a strict Muslim family, they lose their daughter because she becomes a whore. Strict Christian family, daughter always becomes a whore. This is going to sound crazy, but you need to date a boring girl. A boring girl is the girl that your buddies respect when you bring her to a party. You cannot date spicy. I'm telling you, if you're dating spicy, you have an issue with the anima. Like, anima's all experiences with women put into one. Since you're a baby, it's put into one angelic being in your psyche. How to deal with bipolar? Don't. Because if you see it as spirit world, that's demons. You're dating demons, right? You want to date a girl with baby demons on her, not something that's grown 20 years along her side that's going to... Because remember, bipolar means you might go to jail for 5-10 years off a lie. Yeah, I've never seen someone who trauma bonded that didn't get God punishing them. Don't do that, okay? And don't fall for her trauma bond. Someone said, should I DM my ex? No, dude, guys, remember, I always say people who DM their exes are alcoholics. Because you're putting a poison back into your life for fun. That's like what I do, right? You should understand how unhealthy that is. That's like, you know it's poison and you're still doing it. Because you got to remember, dude, if a woman is your ex-girlfriend, you know what it really means? It's her fault. The relationship failed because of her. Because women date up, meaning they're dating someone they think is better than them. They're not dating McDonald's workers like us. We'll date anything that's pretty. Women date up, meaning at a breakup, who's the loser during a breakup? The person who lost someone who's better than them, which is the woman. So every breakup and divorce in history is the woman's fault, and she's the loser. Okay? Now, if women dated equal, like equality, say, oh, he makes the same money as me, he's same. If women dated equal, then it's different, right? If you fuse a nerd with a Chad like Zherka, if you fuse it, what do you get? You get the archetypal phenomena of the girl's older brother. The silliest, most playful and protected zone in her mind is the older brother archetype because it's not serious like the boyfriend or husband or dad. It's literally, I can leave you, I can do this, I can go there. And then she stays, and then as soon as she's your girlfriend, you switch to her father and wipe her ass, clean up her life. But I'm telling you, dude, why I think Andrew Tate is better with women than Dan Bilzerian is you're Dan Bilzerian, a Chad, but you just Chad. And Andrew Tate is me. He's a Chad who's a nerd about manipulation. Like he goes, oh, she's wearing pink. That means like Andrew Tate really is active when he's manipulating.
Zherka turns into the diva, but I thought he's the man. Oh, it's so they lower their guard. If Zerka acts like the man in the room, their anxiety spikes. It's actually very dangerous. They'd be very scared, right? They'd be like, that's a horrible way to win, right? You want to win with you're the king and they're the jesters dancing for you.
Pick up so easy. Enter the archetype of her older brother. Pick her up. Immediately that
Become her
week,
dad.
Become the dad. If you become her boyfriend, you get cheated on. If you become her husband, you get cheated on. You literally got to become her dad until you switch to husband years down. If I want to run perfect game in the nightclub, you know what I would do right now? I would buy a fake wedding ring, walk in and take every bitch. Literally everything. That's how evil women are. That's, bruh, any party I'd go to, any industry, any place I worked at, any Twitch, YouTube, whatever. Step 1, get a girlfriend. Step 2, tell everyone she's yours. And step 3, let your girlfriend fuck up and act like a bitch, and all her friends will DM me. That's how it works. Men who hide their girlfriends don't get as much. They think they're doing something, they're not. Bitches will take you when you're taken immediately. They see you as rare. You gotta be a sorcerer to master this. No, the number one message I get from people is, Zherka, I forget everything you say until I'm on a date. And then I hear your voice and it's easier. I'm like, yeah, good. Yeah, I think the greatest advice I'll ever give, watch my dating advice before your date. Because she'll do and say things that'll remind you of me being funny about talking about women. And you'll be like, oh shit. And remember, Zherka is 1 in 3 billion men because a bouncer's 40 years old. There's no bouncer who works 5 years, 7 nights a week for 5 years. There's no human has this much experience with women. Like me, us tall, hairy guys, we have to play it from the more playful Destiny angle. Destiny does this too because he's seen as a psychopath, I guess. But for you tall, scary, hairy guys, you have to run state of play immediately. And here's what's funny is if you're a small guy, she still thinks you're a murderer. If you're a short nigga, don't use emojis. If you're a big, scary dude, use emojis. It's that simple. No, short dudes, you guys got to stop smiling in public when you're with her. Like, you guys got to have a lot less fun than a big black nigga like me, right? I got to be like, haha, like water. You have to be like stone because she's not safe with you, bro. Like a short guy, the only thing he should remember is to never answer on her rhythm. Where are we going? Going to the wings. That's it. You slow her anxiety down to 0. Because this is what they do to short dudes. Like, where are we going? Why do you want to go there? Why this? Why that? And they're seeing if you're like weak. If you can like spark them. If you're ever going to do a daring move, your chin should go up, right? You should show the jugular, as in I'm better than you. If you're ever staring at a chick while she's talking, and I don't recommend this, like that old eye contact stuff that you guys love, but make sure your chin, and I know some of you guys do it by accident, which is good, but some of you guys don't get it. Your chin should be going higher as you talk to her, showing more jugular, taking more of the space. Really, it's like it's identical to the lion. It's identical, where it's like you're not a threat. A lot of you guys' chin goes this way, like downwards when you're talking to them. And that's not how, if her boyfriend don't look at her like that, you'll never be in his shoes. Dude, if you're in a job interview, if you're in politics, if you're talking to a woman, they ask you a direct question, you go, and let them get uncomfortable for the moment. Because what they're getting uncomfortable for there is the dynamic is shifting. Oh, he's the champion, I'm the loser. And that's exactly, as soon as a boss feels that, they go, he can do some of my work for me. I think I'll hire this person. You know how little Rizz matters if you have being? If you are the man, you're being correct. If you are, let's say you're making good money so it shows in your smile, and you have a suit and tie and you're downtown, and you walk up to a woman and say, I like you. Here, put your number. If you do the cringiest I like you direct game, you don't even fucking try and do anything, you get a look up and down of, oh, this nigga makes money, this nigga don't have time to waste, this nigga don't have game, and I'm still giving my number. Yeah, because there's a sense of being when you're successful. You can be cringe when you're being successful. You can't be cringe when, I have no idea why. Do you remember in high school when the biggest pickup artists were the broke guys? What the fuck was that about? They should never lead. Bro, all you have to do is shake her hand and be like, that is the best skirt I have ever seen in my life. And she's like, really? And you go like, no. And then you'll both laugh at the exact same time.
and all the ice is broken. Why? One, you're saying something extremely flamboyant. You're not a threat because you're talking about fashion like a fucking faggot. So you're not a threat. You must be going for a joke here because you're not a homo. She knows that. You're here for her. And two, you're chopping up the language. You're slowing down the language to tell her how her heartbeat will move. Your heartbeat will move in a slower pulse. So right now it's boo 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 boo. Hi, my name is boo 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 boo. But then you go, that is the best. And then there's a pause. And then that pause, it builds up excitement in a good way, in this kind of like you're being funny way. That's what a punchline is, right? Chicks don't want romance and flowers unless you are the boyfriend. They want casual. Their dream scenario is to not cringe when you guys are making out. Like in the movies when they make out and laugh. That's how I hook up. That's literally 9,000 of my hookups has been her laughing, me laughing as we're undressing. It's exactly what you got to do. You guys do the opposite. You try and make it intimate. Don't do that. How do you convince a shy girl? Shy girls don't exist, bro. They're whores. Shy girls, it just means you're not good. There's no such thing as shy. Shy are not what you think they are at all. The second the shy one says, Zherka feels like an older brother, they become normal and they open and they go crazy. It doesn't exist. No, if she has a hot sister, you say no comment right in front of her face. She goes, this is my sister. You go, yo, no comment. There's so many times where she's like, this is my sister. I'm like, you're better. And then she would laugh because she knows she's not better. So the hyper, my game that I've mastered is direct dismissive. So I'd be like, damn, Amy, you're cute. And she goes, yeah, but like, I'm kind of talking to a guy. And I go, man, you're cute anyway. Selena, that's the one, in front of her. So I'm direct with Amy. Oh, she's giving me friction. Dismiss Amy with happiness. Oh, it's okay, baby girl. And she goes, whoa, he just moved on to the next one. And then she goes, oh, he's a businessman. He needs his dick wet right now. So direct but dismissive. Not direct, like hurt them. That. Don't ever smile when you're getting the number. Like every time you guys give your number, you go like this. It's creeping her out. Her boyfriend don't look at her like that. You have to be her boyfriend in her head. Her boyfriend's like this. If he hands the Uber Eats to her, he's all mad and shit. That's you. You gotta be casual mad. And when you get her number, never give her your phone. Say, no, it's dead. Give me yours. And you type and text yourself. That's 100% guaranteed. You got her number. Because 50% of the time you give your phone to her, fake number. And when I always text myself the same thing.
What?
Daddy, you're so hard, like a big message to myself.
Right.
And then it's not funny. Everyone does that. But I respond to my phone right away. I go, chill out. You're like a little fangirl. And so when she reads it, it's actually a story, right? From both sides, right? And usually she'll read it when she's drunk at 3 a.m. She goes, why did you text this? And you go, no, baby girl, you texted that, you horny little. Yeah, because I teach never text them. I only do phone calls. It's sales, bro. It's cold calls. Hey, you text someone, do you want to come to my gym for a membership? They never come. But you on a phone call, you can sense, oh, they're in a playful mood? Go nuts. Oh, they're in a sad mood? Call some other time, right? If they're in a sad mood, make her laugh and, I gotta go, as she's laughing and turn it off. So you sparked her world. And she's like always going to answer the next call. But if you text a girl, if you text her on her period, if you text her when she's insecure, if a guy said you look like a fat pumpkin to her, and then you say, hey, what's up, pumpkin? She will link that text message to the guy who made her insecure. She'll be turned off and won't want you. You get it? That's why you have to hear her, like understand the tone. Texting, every girl I've ever lost was texting. I gave that shit. The first thing I did on the Sneeko stream is I said I never text. She will never know you mean business without hearing the tone of your voice, the text, right? So on the call, I'll be like, what, you're not coming? You said you'd come. Man, who the fuck do you think you are? And she goes, what? I got a million bitches. You're trying to get replaced? And she goes, no, John, I'm not getting replaced. You can go to your fucking bitches. And I go, yeah, I like that. You sound like my little fucking wife right now. Argue with me. And she goes, what the fuck? I go, yo, stop playing, bro. Just fucking, DM me. You go do boring shit. And then she goes, all right, fine. And then they always text me. They're like, okay, I'm coming, because they want to be stimulated, right? But it is manipulative. Never answer on her beat. So what do you do for work?
I do this. Like Sneeko and Andrew Tate, they all do this, right? The girl will be like, so what do you do? Well, I'm a streamer. What's your favorite color? Blue. What's your favorite car? I like Bugatti. I never answer on her. Fuck, never. Because, dude, do you know what they're doing? They're setting you up for failure. So when they go, Zherka, what do you do for work? I go, that's, I mean, yeah, that's a personal question. I mean, I'm a streamer. I'll always fuck up her rhythm. I'm the boss of the fucking pace, bitch. And that's why they fuck me faster. Because that's literally how boyfriends answer when the boyfriend is high status and she's chasing him. If you chase her, you lose. If she chases you, you win. Women get turned off by men who chase. The only difference from Zherka and Heel Mike is he doesn't manipulate, correct? So the girls will be like, even off camera, right? They'll be like, hey, I'm leaving. I'm going home. And Heel Mike, you, and every chat goes, wait, why? Hey, wait, why? It's only 10 p.m. You guys always respond on her beat, and it increases that desperation look. Anytime you see me on camera where a girl goes, I'm leaving, I go like this. They hover around me. You can never give them the power. They're fucking dragons, bro. Is FaceTime gay? 99% of the time on FaceTime, if it's stupid casual, it's bad. 3 hours on call with her is bad. No. FaceTime got to be 10, 30 minutes at the most, and she can't be doing something else. So a lot of you guys call a girl when she's like cleaning or doing something else. Dude, if she's doing something else on FaceTime, you are friend zoned. This is what FaceTime looks like with her crush. She just stares. She just like, doesn't know what to do. If she's doing a million things, if you guys are gaming together and stuff, it's bad. It's friend zone. It's not good. Okay? FaceTime got to be like a short ride. Yeah, if she's doing her makeup, you're friend zoned hard. Dude, if she's barefaced on a with you, you're the ugliest nigga on earth. That is horrific, right? If you're her crush, she'll turn the camera off. She'll be like, wait, I'm not ready. Let me see that ugly face. I've never seen you without your mask. What do you got to hide? That's how you talk to them, right? Dig into her. Don't ever stay on the call. Like in group chats with your friends, with your crush, why I leave the call first is that she gets abandonment from me, not you. I've never in my life, girlfriend, whoever, said bye. When I'm talking to them, I go, all right, peace. And I just hang up and they get so angry. People don't block you for hanging up. When you do small talk and goodbye, the formalities make you a civilian. They don't fuck civilians, bro. You have to be a superhero to them. And superheroes have to fly away. Gotta go. She asks you a hard question like she's trying to trip you up. So she goes, you fuck a lot of girls, Zherka. Always go like this. Zherka, you fuck a lot of girls, right? I know you do. I go like this. No, I don't. And legit, what you're doing there is you're answering on your own time. And women have anxiety. She needs a million questions. Don't answer. You did this, you did that. And you're answering, you're building her anxiety. She won't you. Decelerate her to zero. You literally need to decelerate her to her. If she goes 1,000 questions and you're firing them back, on podcasts you can do that. If you're trying to her, don't, right? Literally get her the sleepiest state she can be in, right? Like literally bore her to death when her anxiety's high, and call her out. Like, yo, I'm not here to babysit your gay ass anxiety. I know I'm good looking, like get over it. And then they snap out of it, right? Honesty is the best policy, right? Also, if you're talking to a girl, right? Every time she's like laughing and leaning into you, like, stop, you lean away. Guys go in close. They go, oh, really?
It's creepy.
It's not good, bro. Literally always lean away. Always. Neutral or lean away. And if she's talking, look other places like you're distracted. And she goes, well, you're not paying attention? I go, no, you're boring me. When you say you're boring me, they don't leave. They go, before I leave Zherka, I have to prove I'm interesting. Yeah, never leave her on her phone. I don't know. You guys who leave the girl on her phone, if she's at your crib and on her phone, you suck. I've never even have to tell them, bro.
Spizen donated $5. Best way to work on your mouthpiece with females.
Talk slow and only channel your sister. So I don't have a sister, but I know what she'd be like, I think. So I channel the sister when I look at her, which is literally the coldest thing you could do to a chick. Because sister means even if she don't like you, Before she rejects you, she needs to arouse you to feel special. She's used to arousing everyone. If you're cold with her, she's gonna beg God to get a reaction out of you and only reward the behavior if she's getting physical, right? Like I will never stare at my bitch. You know how people sit, I'll look at my phone, I'll look bored. When she's talking, I'll be like this. And then she gets closer and tries to get flirty, not because she likes me. She probably wants to block me. She wants to do it because she needs a compliment from me before she blocks me. And she won't get it until it's physical. And when it's physical, she's invested into you, so she won't block you because she'll feel like a hoarder herself. Like a cookie. Here's her compliment, huh? You want a compliment? Right? Like if she accidentally puts her hand on my lap, I grab my hand and I hold her hand. And if she struggles, I'm cold like this. And then she pokes my lap again and I grab it. And this time she's not struggling. And now I'm like, what's up, what's up, what's up? And I'm so much closer because I'm literally only going to talk to you if you give me what I want. So I'll only reward it if she's escalating. And I literally tell them to their face, you got to kiss me. I'm not kissing you. And then they'll be like, why? What are you, not a man? I'll be like, no, it's hotter. I'm used to it. What do you mean you're used to it, John? I'm just lying. I'm not used to it. Chicks don't make first moves, but I'm lying. I'm like, yeah, I'm used to it. Like, you got to kiss me. Right? And I always make it innocent, right? Like this. I'd be like, you got to be like, never make it sexual. Make it so goofy that she feels like ugly Betty talking to you. Let's say you're talking to a girl and let's say her name's Stacy and you go, Stacy, what do you usually get when people rate you out of 10? And she goes, yeah, I mean, I usually get like an 8. And this is how you respond. You go like this. Oh, okay. And then her mind fills with trying to pique your interest. That's poker face manipulation.
Jamie, don't
That's giving her
what
nothing.
Does it mean?
Talk about hot and cold. No, you just watch me to pick up girls on YouTube. That's perfect. Just copy that. Hot and cold is you go hot, she don't like it, simmer down. You go hot and she's giggling, go hotter, 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 and then cold, like you're bored of her. Okay? That's so simple. You just go off her. Bing, 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 bing. What you need to remember, bro, is they're only horny if they're losing to you. And dude, you sold her an equality relationship. It's got to be a mix of listening a bit to her, but always interrupting her and going, no, we're doing it my way. And then you watch her reaction, usually they giggle and smile. And if they don't, you can walk it back a bit. But you've never interrupted her once, beta male. Why? It's a woman. You have authority over her as a Muslim. Do you see that call with her where I literally interrupt her? I say, no, I'm talking. That's exactly arousal in a woman. And you're too afraid to say that to her, which shows you're afraid to lose her. I'm not afraid to lose her.
See, look, she's engaged. I'm leaning back. Now I'm engaged. Then I lean back. This is what it is. This is the energy. See, if they're listening on command, oh my God, in person, you can get away with murder. As soon as she's doing what I say, the authority position is great. You're doing what I say. And this is where pickup artists and these homos, they're like, oh, she's doing what I say. I better give her a cookie. Oh, she's doing what I say. I better say, hey, good job, Kaylee, and stuff. You don't give her a cookie. You're not pleased. She's the dog doing a trick. It's like, sit. And then she sits, and you don't give her a cookie. You say, yeah, that was a little slow. You're never pleased. That's the point. Negging isn't attacking her. Negging is you're not pleased. And people are like, do you fake that? No, dude, if you're like me, you're actually not pleased. Right? Like I have this thing in my head, if they don't listen quick, I'm actually like the bitch is retarded. So I lean on my nature. If you watch all my million clips with girls, I've never responded to a woman's insult. All right? I'll smile, I'll be dismissive because I genuinely instinctively think they're inferior. Right? Like it doesn't hurt me if they go, Zherka, you're a whore. No, I go, am I a bad whore? Like I'll never actually say, no, bitch, you're a whore, because then that's assuming she's on my level, that I got hit, I have to hit back.
Right.
And I genuinely think I'm better than them. Like they're not that rare. A million of these girls go on Fresh and Fit and nothing happens. I go on once, I take over the algorithm. Women, I know they're under me. These bitches are under me. If you're challenged by another male and you know you're in the wrong, you are never in the wrong in front of her. You should have been fighting against that. Hey, they only stay with the guy
who in the wrong, he's still, make a left, you missed it, it was a left. And you just go around town, you say, shut up, we going my way. If you're being challenged by Zherka, never say to Zherka, all right, what should I say in front of her? You never should put me as an authority in front of her. Because then she goes, oh, this fucking Chad's not going to take care of me. They're attracted to older too. So it's like, don't ever make, when you're saying Zherka's older, you're building her arousal for me. A pure one is going to want a restrictive family environment, an older guy, someone who's not partying. The worst thing you could have done is make me old and you young. Like, that's why I was like, oh, we're muting. Let's go. If you get challenged by a dude, you can playfully challenge him back. Never, ever say he's right about anything. He's wrong about everything, right? Never, ever. I'm telling you this, man, as insecure as it sounds to libs, they want to be knocked off that pedestal. They love to be knocked. Girls love to be. Now, once you get good, you'll be telling them to go home. Like, you don't have makeup on? We're in public. Go home. Once you get good, you can say anything. And they'll be like, ah. And I used to say this with zits on my face. Like, I always wondered why, when I'm running game on a chick, she doesn't turn the table. Like, if I say, go put some makeup on, she can easily say, Zherka, you have pimples, but they never do it because the psyche is male doesn't have to be pretty. A woman, it's all about her, right? It's like bodybuilder chicks. If you go, yo, you got to work on your delts. She could easily say to me, Zherka, you're a fat ass nigga, but she won't. She'll be like, well, I've been doing my side laterals and then they try and bang me. And I'm like, bro, you're literally ripped and you're falling for that. Like, in my head, I don't tell them, but because their nature is to be insecure. They have to be the prize, like physical prize, right? And also, when you tease and neg the girl, she's still supposed to feel sexy. Like, every influencer who stays around me starts copying me, and it's cringe because he's turning her off. When you insult her, it's got to be something that's Pixar, right? Like, you say like, bitch, you look like, you look at your dry skin, you look like the dinosaur from Toy Story, and she starts laughing. But if you say you have dry skin, there's no imagery there. That's just turned off. Like, she don't want to bang. So stay to play the whole time. If she's laughing, I go faster. If her anxiety's high, I go way slower. And if her anxiety's really high, like, let me ask you, pretend to be the girl. I'll be like, where do you want to go eat? Where do you want to eat? Oh, did I ask you that? And then immediately goes, oh, he's not listening to me. Her anxiety drops. But if you're attentive, she goes, oh, am I saying?
There's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Do you see how I don't allow them to actually go away into that blank stare? I don't let them. I engage again. They got to engage again. And then I change it up and I go, hey, wait, let's go here now. You cannot let them marinate for too long because that's not hot and cold. Like, I see a lot of you guys, when you guys do my shit, you're waiting for the joke to land. It lands on your time, not theirs. The jokes are for you. The jokes build your confidence. It's not actually, I don't care if they laugh at my jokes. I care if I laugh. If I'm laughing, I'm winning. You only go by body language and face, what their face is saying, right? If their eyes are smiling. If they say, ew, get away from me, but their face looks like that, you're winning, bro. Name every YouTuber you watch that they get the girl, but the girl still cringed out. So the YouTuber loses confidence, or worse. What I see with the Face Clan boys is they think they're winning. And then is like fake confidence over time, right? There is something worse than not getting her, and it's getting her being cringe. That's what I teach, right? Another manipulation tactic I do, Arab?
Yeah.
I got him laid in LA in 2 seconds, and he's like, you're literally a genius. He went on a stream, said Zherka's the best. This is what I did. I bump into him, and I knew he was in the club. I bump into him. Oh, dude, yo, can I have one photo, bro? I'm not weird, one photo. And the girl next to him was like,
who's that?
yeah, and she's like, how's this stud who looks like he has 1 million subs doing that to Arab? Literally got laid down. I was like, thank you so much. Kendall said I'm the best wingman. Mike, all of them, right? Or this one, do you know who he is? And she goes, no, who's Sneeko? And you go like this. Never mind. And she goes, her mind fills. Her mind goes to the maximum. Biggest one. Never, ever give different energy to the ugly friends she has. Those bitches will turn into the biggest cock blocks. Give the hot one the same energy as the fat one. Spend way more time on the fat one. Laugh with her, drink with her, party with her. And the hot one, you get her after 45 minutes of partying with the fat one. Hot one will always upgrade to the best dude. Like that's why I literally go, give me your number, and I leave her alone for 2 hours. Everyone else is hovering. Hey, do you want to drink? She goes, oh, this guy actually left me. Right? And then I'll go make sure she sees my social values high. I'm with friends and girls. And I make sure that she goes, I can't tell which one Zherka likes. He's literally talking to 9 of the girls there the same way, right? He's laughing with all of them. And when she can't tell, right? Sometimes I even remind them. I go, at the end of the night, I'll text them. I'll be like, you're the one I take home. Okay. So I'm just going to talk to these ugly bitches, and she'll laugh, right? So depends how direct you want to be. When you meet her, if she's like closed up, like if she's like this at the club, right? This is what I do. Yo. And I tap her like this. And then she turns around, right? And like this. And I go like this. As in come lean close, but I don't look at her. A lot of guys like come here. That's really scary. Don't do that, right? She comes close. That guy looks like a pedophile. And she starts laughing so hard. Like I'll choose one dude and snipe out a liberal. So she, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then she goes, whoa, I thought he was going to ask for my number. And then I tap her like this and I go, that one too? That one? That one? And she goes, oh, he literally doesn't want me to talk to any guy at the bar, you know? And then she starts laughing, right? And then I'll lean back on my phone like this. And the bitch stays there all night. Like, is he ever going to talk to me again? I go like this. I tap her with my leg, right? I go like this. Another one. Like from way back here. So now we're homies. But I don't lean forward every single time. Number one thing I do perfect, nobody on earth, especially the girls in the call, knows which one I like. I talk to the fat bitch with the same enthusiasm as the 10 out of 10, and the 10 gets insecure because of it. And I don't like to leak that because that's high level on my course, but I'm telling you, you and every Chad, Heel Mike, you guys smile more when you talk to the 10 versus the 4, where I have a blast with the 4. I grab her close and she puts me on Snapchat where 10 of her baddie friends see me and they fucking DM me. The 4 has a blast with me. The 10 has a blast with me, so the 10 feels like a fucking 4 underneath me, bottom feeding scum. And the 10 goes, Zherka doesn't see my beauty. He treats me just like fucking Shaniqua. The 10 out of 10 versus the 5 out of 10, same. Hey, in my head, this is what I do. I talk to the 5, but I visualize that I'm making the 10 laugh. And when the 5 laughs, the 10 will also giggle. But it's like, do you get it? Like psychically, I'm talking to the 10, and I always go ugly, medium, hot, final one. I talk to the 10 last, so she knows she's human garbage. And even if she watched this podcast and saw me say all this, psychologically, even if she knows I want her and I'm just doing this to get at her, psychologically, endocrine nervous system, it still works. I can go to a girl and tell her, hey, you're the 10, I'll talk to you last. After 2 hours, for some reason, they can never, ever, ever say, I know what he's doing, because they need that selection process. If there's 1% chance that they lose on the high value male, they panic and they second guess themselves. Why did Zherka say that he's coming for me last? Is he trying to fuck with my head? And these women are so fucking stupid, bro. No, when you talk to a girl at a club and you don't care if she hears it or not, they lean in because they feel like you're not invested in talking to them. Like you're treating them like one of the boys. That's run max casual. That's the older brother zone. Older brother zone is the first 2 weeks you could do anything. Do anything. Just like in sales, it's a cold call. Never, ever plot the date on text. FaceTime her, and I've done this many times, right? I go, hey, why do you look a little Jewy today? And she goes, what do you mean? I go, look at your little fucking nose. And she goes, what do you mean you're racist? And she's giggling, and mid-giggle is when you go, okay, we're going out in like 5 minutes. I'm getting another call. All right, I'm gonna pick you up soon. And then she goes, wait, I didn't even get ready. But like, you got time to get ready, right? Boom, you get her.
Oh, geez.
Never pick her up when she's sad. You don't know her mood. You have to trigger her mood, manipulate, go. If you don't do the call, you don't know if she's coming, right? And same with when you have guests coming to Sneako's stream. you have to face. It sucks, but you have to FaceTime each of them and kind of, because as soon as they go, oh, he made me giggle uncomfortable, it should be fun.
Right.
But if it's one text, they get the anxiety and stuff. Or if you want 100% success rate, which is kind of manipulative.
Go ahead.
I always use my buddy's sister to tap me as I'm on the call with her. John. So I'd get her to do that. And then she'd be like, who's that? And I go, yeah, we're just at this party. We're going to a bigger party. And then when she comes over, it's 4 dudes. And she goes, where's the party? And I go, nah, unless we're just chilling. And then my charm will keep her there.
You don't even have to tell a girl you got a hotel. Bro, I would buy a hotel because I knew I'm going to win her over by the end of the night. And I would tell her last second. Be like, I'm right up here. But if you tell her on the date, I got a hotel, she goes, slow down, Jack. We were just kidding about that stuff. Right? That's risky because you could lose the money if she don't pipe. But I always lined up 5 girls. I told 5 girls I want to meet them downtown on Friday. And so if my date doesn't come up to my hotel, the other one goes, John, I thought we're meeting. It's been an hour. And I go, oh, yeah, I'll come I'm right here. So I'll line up all my fish for one day, say yes to all of them. I won't give them an address, but I will tell them it'll be downtown. They'll get all ready, and I'll keep them on standby. So one doesn't come, the other doesn't come, the other, right? Because I don't want to waste money and just stay in a hotel all alone and shit. You know, like all birds in one night. And the most beautiful part about having another girl waiting in case this one don't bang you is she can sense it. She goes, I'm going to go home now. And you go, good night. And she goes, oh, what the f***? He's got another bird. And you do. And then now she wants you more. You get to bang the other one. But if you say, Stacy, Saturday, Emma, Friday, Becky, Tuesday, if you spread it out, you're going to fucking shoot blanks on all. Best thing you could do, say yes to all and cancel on 4. Pick the hardest one, bang.
The whole date is literally foreplay. He has to be soaked on the date, not here. She can't, a woman isn't a race car that'll start in your apartment. You literally have to do a 4-hour date for every date. I used to just go on a very long walk an hour before she comes because it drops all anxiety to 0. If you get tired before a date, you're way more dismissive, huh? I genuinely think men are the best at pickup when they're done the gym and you run into someone you know on the parking lot. It's because you're exhausted and she can't even, you don't have the energy to take her down and fuck her. You're dismissive of her even with your body language. When you you're leaving the gym and you're all tired and you see the cute girl, hey, what up, man? You're way better there than full of energy.
If you're ever nervous on a date, immediately monitor how fast you're talking. Chances are you're really ramping it up. She can notice. After you monitor the speed and the tone, because it's not what you say, it's the tone, how you say it. When you monitor the speed, she actually gets confused and goes, wait, am I the nervous one or is he the nervous one? That's where you want to be. Because when she thinks you're confident, she thinks you're the authority, that means everything's going to go right. She's with a pro. But when she is the authority, she goes, I'm gonna fuck up this date. Oh my God, what do I do? Because women are losers. Date 1, don't think of fucking. The best thing I used to do, genius. And people are like, this kind of sounds like crazy, but people do this. Gym guys do this all the time. I get exhausted. I go on a hike or big workout that stresses my central nervous system, deadlift, squat, whatever. When I'm exhausted and I go on the date, last thing I'm thinking of is fucking because I just want to go home, go to bed. I'm still playful and funny and stuff, but I'm talking slower. And she goes, babe, what are we doing after steak dinner? And I go, we'll go to arcade. That lowers her anxiety. When you're high with energy, blah, blah, blah. This is why guys do a big workout before they see a girl. It's not really for the pump. You need to release that energy because that's rape energy. Rapist energy is scaring the fuck out of her. It's murder energy.
In a real date, none of it is supposed to be like this job interview. In a real date, I'll literally be on my phone. I'll look up. I'll be like, dude, salon quality hair. And I'll just hyperfixate on physical things. That's all they want. Her nails, her hair. I like the makeup in this Instagram better than tonight. Never will I say, where do you work?
Hot and cold. In a state of play always. Youthful energy. Teenage. Fuck it. Toddler. Disney. We don't talk about where do you go to school? Where do you work? Where do you do that? Even when you go into hobbies, you go into play. When you keep them in a state of play, you're keeping them younger, youthful, and you're doing what is the point of a date? To drop her anxiety to 0.
No, mid-movie, just get up and literally say this to her. Let's go. Where? Get in your car, drive, get some McDonald's, go back. That's the full experience, bro. That way she goes, whoa, he didn't try and lock me up and bang me. Give the bitch fresh air. Just keep lowering anxiety so you can pipe. Because either way you're gonna pipe, but you're gonna pipe in a zero. There's no tenseness, you know? Yeah. Because if she cringed when she piped you even once, you're gonna get blocked, bro. It's you looking like a soldier like this. Hey, Stacy, you kind of look like that fucking, who's that Kelly Regis bitch? And she laughs and her guard is down, and then you get closer. And then you get closer. That's how you move, right? And when you get closer, it's not the attention on her. Like if I stand next to Stacy and she's here, right? And I sit closer like this, you smell good. And I'm still not this way. Whereas Sneeko and Red Bull guys turn to the girl, you smell good, and smile at her. And she looks at the floor and giggles. That's not what we're trying to do at all. That's way too direct. You're giving her everything. No, we're giving half-ass compliments. We're giving neutral energy. We're never escalating until they're super cozy. When we are escalating, we're slowing it down, right? We're like, mwah, mwah, change the channel on Netflix. Mwah, mwah. You know what I mean? We're not doing any red pill shit. The whole point is slowing the wheels, right? It's going to feel like those dreams where you're about to make out and then you wake up and cry. That's how a date has to feel for you to win her soul. Where she goes, oh my God, like this is taking forever. And I hate touching girls first time meeting her. You don't have to. A lot of my hookups, we never broke touch barrier until like the last 20 minutes together, like at her place. When you avoid breaking touch barrier with a woman, she will break it. She will come closer. That's the whole point of what I teach. It's not a game of you inching your way into her fucking zone. You're relying on words. I'll take you here, and then ice cream, and then carnival, and then that does not speak to spirit, does not speak to psyche, which means mind and soul, the definition of psyche. Psychologically, you're not becoming a memory. A memory is to bounce from her active and passive, conscious and subconscious. So she thinks about you in her sleep and awake. You're only in her conscious state because you DM'd her. But when she's in bed, she's thinking of the guy who's making her smile, who's making her be very playful, young, goofy, all that. You treated her the exact same way you talk to any other girl. You didn't adjust. You didn't switch shoddy to sniper to... You think I talked to her the way I talked to Michelle and McKinley and those hoes? With those hoes, come here, bitch. I yanked them. This one, I say, can I go to the washroom? Because you go off the psyche, right? This one's way more anxiety because it's pure. And then Claire likes to be slapped in the face when she's laughing hard, break touch barrier. Only when she laughs and poke. People laugh harder when you poke their stomach. But don't poke like those creeps who enjoy the poke. Bing! Just go quick, like you're a little child. At this point, I know exactly which girl I've at a party. When I walk in, right? If I snap my head and look at the girl, right? I go like this. I literally do this, like it spike her anxiety, right? I go like this. If she goes like this, like immediately looks at her phone, I'm like, oh, this one, she respects me the most. This one's getting, right? But if I snap my head like this and she goes like this, chewing her gum, looking at me, I go, oh, this bitch doesn't know who I am. I gotta go teach her. That's actually the best thing you can, all the guys at the party try and get her drunk. If you're the one guy that says stop drinking, immediately she thinks you're the boyfriend. Yeah, for some reason, when you lie to a girl and she knows you're lying, like, oh, I can't talk to you today, I have to leave. They always have part of them go, is he serious? That's how afraid they are of rejection. They're pathetic. Another rule I have, I've never been on a date where my lasers out of my nipples point at the woman. I'll never face her face to face, ever. I remember being on a date and I was like, this is not going good. So I leaned to her, I'm like, dude, I gotta go. Something came up. I'm so sorry. Amy, I'm so sorry. And I got up and walked away. She was shook. And I used to milk this shit for like 20 seconds. And then I'd come back with like a drink that the bartender already had ready. And I'd sit down. I'm just you dumb bitch. And literally her anxiety goes to zero. And she saw the trauma of me leaving her. So she has sex with me faster. And she sits closer right away. Don't ever do that again, John. I even do that when we're eating. I'd be like, dude, she's so hot. And then she snaps her head.
who, John? And I go, that fat, ugly, obese bitch. And then I saved her. Like, there's no girl I'm looking at. I'd be making out with a girl like this. And then as I'm making out, I'll turn my face like this and change the channel. And then I'll make out with her and then change the channel. And it literally makes her hornier. Whereas you guys, and then she changes her mind, doesn't want to fuck.
And then she's going to pull.
Literally,
It only has to be you.
I could touch her fucking pussy with my dick. And I'll be like, I need a cigarette. And they go, what the fuck right now? And it's kind of true. I like the cigarette more than pussy. No, be cheap with a girl. You have to remind her of her dad who's saving money because he's responsible and he has kids. Yeah, they like cheap niggas when they're boyfriends. They don't like cheap when they just meet you, though. I think the greatest manipulation advice I've ever given is just not even manipulation. It's slow down sexual escalation. Trip her up, slow her down, change the channel, slow. Every time you slow her down, she goes faster. And the hard part is that you want to go faster and you always give in. Don't, my nigga. You know how many times I'm making out, I'm getting head, and I just light a cigarette and they feel like my dog? Like they go like this. You're lighting a cigarette? And I'd be like this. Huh. No sound. As in, you're sucking dick. You're a dog. And you know what that's manipulating? The portrait of I'm Napoleon and you're conquered. So you stay aroused because they only stay if they're conquered. And it's sad. It's sad because in my head, I'm thinking she's so much better than me. She's low body count, beautiful, da da da. In my head, I'm thinking you're so much better than me. Why are you giving me that? But I'll be like this. It's got to feel so casual and like you're used to it. Like a million bitches have done this that you don't even want to enjoy it. You want to enjoy a beer. And it was really weird because I was such a good actor. Like I had low body count. I didn't know what I'm doing with chicks. And I was like pretending to be James Bond. But I took it too far, man. I went off the rails. You know? Like when they're crying and giving you head and you're just like this. Dry your tears. And they're like, and girls always stop crying when you do that because they're used to someone comforting you. And usually she's like giving head because some girl texted me and I responded. So she's giving me head, but she's crying. She's like, why that guy? You're going to slow down sexual escalation. You're going to slow down everything, especially if she brings you back to your crib, right? If she makes jokes about hopping on your D, you casually play with the joke. You don't actually say, hop on this. No, bro, it's a test. It's going to spike your anxiety when you say, okay, take your clothes off. Like, what the fuck? Don't do any of that fucking retard shit. When you break touch barrier, it's going to be on her laughs. It's only going to be on the ups, never on that fucking faggot shit red pill guys do. If you slow it down, you're the only person in her life who did that. So you stand out. She cannot be texted by the guys who ate her face. She doesn't want them anymore, right? And for the TV, always has to be water. So play a documentary in the oceans. Water in the psyche is the waters of the canal, the woman. No, downplay, right? Don't say you have a big dick. Even if you do, downplay it. Always downplay it. Don't say she's going to enjoy it, ever. Say you're going to hate this kind of piping. Downplay, 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 down. No expectations. If you ever have a stale conversation with a girl, remember, sex is toxic. Like, you know? So they can't see you as a nice guy because there's no arousal there, right? So an easy thing to do if you just meet her is you call her a pussy. You'd be like, man, you're a pussy. You don't say bad words. Like, can I call you something? And then on the phone call, she'd be like, yeah, you can say it. You know, you can gauge that yourself. That's your job. And then you go, you're a little fucking whore. And then she's going to call you a whore, and immediately it spikes arousal and gets you away from small talk. You need her to call you.
What do you do when she calls you a whore?
I said, I like that. What the fuck? That's good. That means you're going to fuck her. What the hell?
You like when a girl calls you a whore?
Yeah, dude, if they're talking dirty, I'm about to fuck. If they're talking nice, I'm never fucking. The biggest issue with the modern world is that you need to talk to her. I remember when Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, said most men lose their women because they don't dirty talk them. I knew he was right when he said it, but I didn't make a big deal of it because I'm like, yeah, everyone agrees. The whole chat got confused, 10,000 of his viewers. And that's when I was like, wait, what? And then I remembered all the girls that told me, like,
Because I'm known for roasting people. So if I'm roasting her as I'm fingering her, it's a big deal to her. I thought all guys do that. Because remember, bro, I'm telling you, man, like, you should master talking to a before mechanically piping. If you get her off mechanically, you're just a guy she'll forget. But if you get her off mentally, and I always say, this is black magic, what I'm going to say next, so be careful here. When they're about to nut, you can program them right there. Because it's an ego death. You come to a girl's apartment, the first thing you do is like this. Amy, give me some water, will you? And you start asking her for favors. She brings you water, immediately in her head, why am I bringing him water? Is he like my husband or something? And don't back down when she says, get it yourself. Be like, come on, be a host. Make her do favors. Like, put her to work.
Okay, how do you get past that shit test when she says, oh, be a good host?
I said, this place sucks. That's the truth. It sucks. She can't even bring me water, right?
Wait, but what if it's your house?
Still get her to get the water in my house.
So what did she say? What did she say when you get it? It's your house.
It literally is my house. You're the guest. Do what the fuck I say. I'll just reverse everything. Like, I will get the favor, and I'll continuously with my girlfriends. Do this errand for me. Do that. Give them work like a golden retriever. If she's cozy, she'll leave you. Give her work. And literally, when I'm like making out with the girl, I go, man, enough. Yo, let's just take a break. And she'll look at me like, what? You know, you're kind of nervous. It's kind of like, we'll wait for you. And then literally her nerves go down. Never keep making out with them when you go, they're like fidgety and nervous.
Don't force it.
I'm going to wait for the good blowjob. I'm not waiting for this weird. Oh, but the hottest thing you do to a girl is really slow it down, where she goes, is he going to me at 4 a.m.? And like, you can see how stupid women are. Like, they go, I'm not having sex with you, John, right? And I go, okay, right. Well, you know, like, I'm about to go to bed. Good night. And your stuff's right there. And I go in and I close the door in my room, and she's alone in my apartment. And this is what they do. This is what they do. No one's ever done that. They wait in the parking lot and they're shook. Well, actually, I wanted to watch a movie and stuff. And I go, okay, I'm in bed. Don't be loud. Like, I might be snoozing. In 5 minutes, I'm tired. Come watch the movie. And then in bed, I'll turn my back to the bitch, right? And then literally their anxiety spikes. They're like, whoa, this guy's friend zoning me. And I am friend zoning you. If you're not touching me, you can just chill in my bed, keep me company, bitch. And then, right, she'll initiate the touch. And then I will cuddle. And then I'll talk her into the being wet. When it's really, really wet, I go have a phone call. Like, oh, I got to take this call. It's important, right? And then I'll walk in and I'll be like, no, go back to that position, right? And really, it's like always the same thing, really. And none of it is fake. I do mean it that you can chill with me, but, you know, we're going to wake up as friends because you bored the out of me.
Zherka Rizz donated $5. Best most evil way to kill in bed. Best way to lay the pipe down to where she will never leave. Spit, please.
Yeah, it's not mechanical, it's mental. It's like what you're saying. It's not really what you're doing. Like, remember, a woman who gets banged by a porn star guy, she blocks him still. So it doesn't matter. Right? It's like a psychic game you're playing with her. All you're doing is painting images in her head of a future, and in a playful way. Yeah, not too serious. Relationship only lasts a month with you. You can't sustain her. If you can't sustain her, you either lacking status, network, and looks, and I don't mean one, I mean a bit of all, or you didn't imprint a good memory. Like, you only have one chance to make a good impression. All of my romance goes in the first weeks of meeting her. That's it. If you do get a hookup, but you feel the cringe, that's not a hookup, bro. You just farmed a bad memory. That's all you did. It's going to make you worse. Here's the weird thing about women. When you hook up with them for the first time in your life, if you bring romance, they get creeped out. If you bring casual, you're undressing and laughing and calling her Shrek. If it's casual, you fuck her that night. But if you bring romance when she's your girlfriend, now you have her. But if you bring romance before you guys are an item, she hates you. Yeah. That psyche of I'm a badass, it goes away. She cuddles you for 1 hour and you're softer. Have you ever just, holy fuck, we've been cuddling for 9 hours? This is not like me. She's softening you to see if you're a fucking fat, right? You know how many times I want to cuddle with a chick? But I knew, since it's our first time hooking up, to get her to chase me, I have to get up, yank up my true religions in front of her eyes and leave. I gotta go put my pants on. And then she goes, oh, okay. And she's way more attractive than me. And I leave and I stay at the parking lot like this. She's so cute. I just want to cuddle her. But I know if I cuddle, she'll see me in the morning time. She sees you in the morning time, you're homeless to her. You gotta go. You gotta traumatize the model. Traumatize. You got, especially if you're average or ugly. Because then she goes, an ugly nigga did that? I got bad eyesight. He must be Brad Pitt.
And when you look at the form of magic men engage in the most is manipulating a woman to love them. Because if it's not her free will, it's very dark. Even Masons say it's very dark. You should limit that kind of.
How do you manipulate a woman to love you?
You can hit her. This is kind of in my series, but you can hit her pulse, her fucking electromagnetic pulse of her heart through tone manipulation. So you could say something like, her name's Amy, right? You could be like, I really like you, Amy. Doesn't do anything. Or you can do something really evil. You guys are arguing. She's like, you haven't seen me in days. She's about to cry. And you'd be like, man, I used to love you so much. And really change the tone. And she's going to chase you. And you know you're incepting the thought that you're leaving, but you just want your cock sucked. That's the highest level of black magic me or everyone in our kind of like Chad life engages in. And then we pretend it's like, oh, I didn't know I'm doing black magic, but it's fucking evil. And she is giving you psychic signaling of like suicide. Even though girls don't pull the trigger and kill themselves, you torment her. And it's all for your passion. You never actually end up marrying her.
Tormenting her.
Because you know you're not marrying her. You know she's getting replaced. She knows it, but she's coping so hard because women cannot ever actually think. And I don't mean to say like women are like retards, but every intellectual throughout
Capable of independent thought.
No, every intellectual throughout history said the only thing their brains are capable of is kind of like a child, is play. And it's not sexist to say that because play is everything, not just with your child. When you play with your career, play with your boxing, you become Floyd Mayweather. Play is the highest level of thought, way higher than reason or thinking. Hey, I think enough. I could be a girl and cut my dick off. So play is like, it's not an insult, but that's why when the conscious solar brain comes like me, I can literally make her. I've made more women fall in love with me than anyone on earth. And when I found out I'm doing this series, my whole team is like, you know, you have great pickup advice and stuff, but Zherka, like, think about it. Like 40% of what you teach is black magic. Are you going to add that to the series and like go to hell for this? And so we cut out a lot of it. Because I was like, I really don't, I'll do tone manipulation for some things, but I'm really not going to. That's why I say even poetry is very evil if you structure a sentence backwards, because you're hitting her female brain and male brain, her lunar and her solar, which is literally pinging off her fucking soul and heart. You're tormenting her if you structure it differently. That's why poetry works on women. That it's not just tone. Like if you say, I love you, it's kind of like if you give a girl roses every day versus if you're a violent guy like me. Shut the fuck up, shut the fuck. All I do is like yell. And then one day out of the blue, I'll hand her a rose. It's so impactful to her, but did I love her? Or was I fucking the shit out her that day? You know? And you got to find out, did you do it out of compassion or passion?
Do you think I enjoy making my dad jokes as John Zherka? No, I don't enjoy the dad jokes. I actually like the dark ones better. That's where I fit. I do the dad jokes to manipulate, right? So I'll be driving and I'll be like, Stacy, wonderful weather we're having, or is the weather having us? And she'll be like this, what the fuck? And then she'll go home and she'll be like, that has to be my boyfriend. That camping energy, that camping trip has to be my life. And then I give them a morning text that says, Stacy, wonderful weather we're having. And then I want to see if she can do it. And she'll be like, the weather is having us. And I go, but now I know I have the bitch in my trap.
You look trash in green. I like you in black. That Instagram photo, go to that one. She goes, you like this one? Right? Women, if you tell them you like an outfit, they don't get excited. If you tell them you don't like one and show them the one you like, then they go, oh, he's making me hotter. Everything in my life's getting better. They need truth, right?
Yeah, no, I think the best game is never complimenting your girlfriend. So when you do, out of the blue, scarcity builds value, so it's going to hit her hard when you compliment her. But it's also like it's evil because you're like biting your tongue for a month. That's a little long. Bro, I used to talk about women in front of them because I know they all watch murder mystery shit before they go to bed. No man does that. But you can literally talk to them about anything if you're their crush. Like, women calm down watching mystery files on HBO. It's weird because they have like obsession with danger that they confuse as power.
Armando donated $5. Quick tip: a girl tried playing hard to get with me, so I flaked on the date and told her I had something important come up. She said no guy has ever done that. Next day my dick in her mouth.
Yeah, and to solidify that, go to bed when she's sleeping. So she wakes up alone. She goes, is it a dream? Was Zherka actually here? Yeah. I used to be so afraid when I ditch them when they're sleeping, because what if she blocks me? What if she gets angry? But never once happened. Even when they wanted to leave me, they needed to see me one more time, and then they'd ruin shit with me. You know, it always secured another date. Never, ever, ever talk about what you are with her. Are we boyfriend and girlfriend? She has to bring that topic up, right? And always encourage her when she's a little jealous. Encourage her. Say jealous is good. Keep spamming jealous is good. She'll show you her true nature, and that's how they get clingy, even if they're not. Like, encourage her linking to you like this, right? But the one thing you shouldn't do that guy donated is he said she was playing hard to get, so I ditched her. A lot of guys lose them forever when they do that, so I don't recommend that. You can tell her, hey, playing hard to get is easy to lose, Stacy. You're gonna lose me. Literally tell her to her face and be like, I know you're laughing, but I'm serious. Okay? It's like a joke, but it's true. Encourage her and even nuke her, bro. Be like, no, that's not feminine. Every girl wants to be called feminine, even if you change the definition, right? She wants to fit your definition of feminine, and yours is you want clingy and you want her passwords. Yeah, no, if she's a rebellious girl, tell her your dad was soft, your dad's weak, and she'll like you more. Because she'll be like, oh, you're the new dad anyway. You're going to correct her beta male father. No man leaves them after they pipe. They get cozy and they go to bed. Especially because you have to leave at the peak of intimacy. Everyone thinks the peak of intimacy is something you got to drag out. Oh, she likes me. She can't stop kissing my neck. You got to drag this out. No, you got to take heaven away from her. Pull the rug, nigga. It's a fucking crypto rug pull. This is what you have to do. That's why, you know how many parties I've been at where I avoid the hot girl because I know what I'm going to do, and I start talking to her. Maybe I got a few drinks in me. She's laughing. As she's dying laughing, falling on the couch, yanking on me, and I'm like, we're touching each other, right? I go, I gotta piss, and I walk out, leave the party, and I go home, and I sit here like this. I left at 11, that party goes to 4 a.m. I want to be there so bad. But I knew I have to leave on a high note, and I'm never going to make her laugh harder than the whole night. I would have just drank and made it worse, or made it neutral, or I need to leave that fucking impression. You know how many phone calls I want to actually talk to the bitch about something? It's going great, honeymoon stage, but I hang up mid-laughter. So she goes, oh, this guy's fleeting. This guy's always disappearing from me. And then when I did it so long, now it's my nature. Now I do it because I hate talking to them. Like, I faked being a badass for so many years that I actually became the fucking guy that I was pretending. Now I actually leave the party. I'm too cool for you guys. Like, I faked it until I actually became real. If you win a girl over, it's not that rewarding. But if you win hard, you have the bitch for life. That's why people are like, you invest so much thinking into this. Yeah, because if you do it right, the long way first time, you have her for life. You could DM her anytime. Anytime you could DM her. Right? Because she goes, oh my God, the roller coaster DM'd me. Right? And there's nothing greater than leaving her with boring niggas, right? Right? Especially if she knows they're boring. She's felt it. She said, this party's like, because then you can just leave. Like, I'll sometimes look at my phone and literally nobody texted me. Nobody. So I text myself and it goes ping. And I look at my phone and I go, I'm laughing like this. It's so fake when I do. Look how fake I am. I go, Stacey, it was like oh shit. Yo, are you gonna come to Ned's party tomorrow? Okay. I'll see you tomorrow. I gotta go. And I get very serious. And then before I go, I used to always whisper, don't fucking flirt with these fat. And I walk away. And it looks like I got called by Batman himself. And I'm sitting in my car like this. With the most dry phone, with nothing to do. Zero. Because in my head, I'm like, if I do this right, I can take her to all these parties and she'll be my bitch. She'll impress everyone. Oh, Zherka got that one. But when a woman closes her eyes, she'll only think of the day she met you. And if that memory is blurry, she's going to cheat. 100%. If someone says, hey, Stacey, Zherka's your boyfriend, and an image flashes of when she met me, I'm safe. But if that memory of how she first initially got aroused by you is gone, if you start wearing pink and acting different and you're not a badass anymore, it's over. Like, it's done. So that's how dangerous it is that women cling on to the evil part of the memory. Not when you guys are in love. She clings on to when you initially aroused her. That's why you can never change for a woman. Never, ever. When she says you've changed, you are getting cheated on. Because she's emotions and you're the rock against the emotional waves. If the rock cracks and starts wearing pink and starts going to